Hello and welcome to revision classes on television. Today, we will be having a session in mathematics. Our guide is Segun Ogunbayo, and our focus today is plane measuration.
What is plane measuration? Plane measuration is that aspect in mathematics that deal with finding of the perimeter and the areas of any plane shapes. What are plane shapes? Plane shapes are shapes without any depth. And what I mean without any depth is, for example, if we have a cycle, you see that this cycle doesn't have a depth. We have a triangle, we have a rectangle, etc. All these shapes, they don't have what? A depth, and that is what we call a plane shapes. Now, under plane shapes, we need to know what it means by perimeter and areas of all these plane shapes. So what is perimeter? The perimeter of a plane are the distance around the plane shapes. For example, when we are talking about finding the perimeter of any given shapes or plane shapes, it means the line that bind all these curves, or if you are given the values of all these lines that bind the shapes, it's what we call what? The perimeter, which means the addition of all these lines, or giving the value of all these lines that bind these shapes, is what we call the perimeter. And also, for the definition of area, we said area is what? Area is defined as the space in the square unit occupied by the shape, which means if I want to find the area of this, it means that the space that these shapes occupy is what we call the area, which means the area for this one is what we are looking for inside all this place. That is the space that this shape occupy. Now we also have different formula we use in calculating all these plane shapes. For area of a rectangle, we know it to be what? Half base times height. It depends on what you are asked or what you are given. Also in rectangle, we have length times breadth, etc. So today we'll be solving questions that are related to this, where is necessary to apply area and perimeter. And one thing I want you to take note is, whenever you want to find a perimeter of any plane shapes, is always all about the addition of all the O lines that bind the shapes together. So it means finding a perimeter of any particular plane shape is always constant addition of all those lines that bind, or giving when you are giving the values of all those lines, the addition of all those lines is what we call what? The perimeter. A, B, C, and D. And this is 7 centimeter. We have 4 centimeter, and we have 6 centimeter. Example 1. Now, we are told that in the diagram above, line AB is given to be equals to 3 centimeter, comma, we have BC is equals to 4 centimeter. CD is equals to 6 centimeter. And DA is equals to 7 centimeter. Now we are asked to calculate angle ADC correct to the nearest degree. Now we are given a diagram and we are asked to find in the diagram above, we are given line AB, which is AB to be equals to what? 3 centimeter, which means this is going to be what? 3 centimeter. Then we are given BC to be equals to what? 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. Then CD to be equals to what? 6 centimeter. And the line of DA, this DA to be equals to what? 7 centimeter. We are asked to do what? calculate what? The triangle ADC, correct to the what? To the nearest degree. Now, the first thing that we need to do here is, let's try and join this line together. Now, if we join these two lines together, it means that this is a what? This is somehow a right angle. Now, joining this line together, to get this AC, we can use what? Pythagoras theorem. How? Now, remember what I told you about Pythagoras theorem. When you are given two sides and a right angle, to get the third side, by applying Pythagoras theorem, it will be easier for us to get line AC. So in this case, we said, but we are going to do what? By using Pythagoras theorem, now AC, why we are using AC is because this is the longest line, which is the hypotenuse. So we have what? Line AC square is equals to what? AB square, line AB square, which is the opposite. That is what we normally call it. Then, plus what? Plus line BC square. Now, our AC square is equals to what? What is our AB? Our AB in this case is what? 3 centimeters. So this is now going to be 3 square plus what is our BC? Our BC is equals to 4 centimeters, which is what? 4 square. So from here we have what? AC square is equals to 3 square is still the same thing as what? 9 plus 4 square is still the same thing as what? 16. So that at the end I have AC square is equals to 9 plus 16 is going to give us what? 25. But remember that we are looking for the line AC. So all I just need to do is, when I square the both sides, I will have what? My AC to be equals to what? The root of what? 25. So that at the end I will have my AC to be equals to what? 5 centimeters. Which means my line from here to this place, which is AC, is equals to 5 centimeters. But remember in the question, we are asked to look for angle what? ADC, which means we are looking for this angle. Now we have what? If you consider this shape, we know that this is a triangle. Now, to get the angle for this, all I just need to do is to apply what? Cosine rule. Which means I can name this, if this one is my D, then using cosine rule, it's now going to be what? Cos D is equals to, now, if this one is cos D, it means this is now going to be what? And we have the first one, which is 6 square plus the next one is 7 square minus 5 square over 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 7. Now, what I just did here is using cosine rule. It means that if I decide to take this one, since this is the angle I'm looking for, now for the first one, if this place is A, then my small a will be this, and if this one is C, then my small c will be this one. Then if this one is D, I can name this one to be my small d. Now, since I'm looking for this angle, all I just need to do is add this one together, subtract it from D, then divide it by 2AC, which means the general formula for finding cosine rule is what? Cos D is the same thing as, or I can use my small d, since I'm representing the small d as what? D. So I can use big D is equals to what? A square plus C square minus D square over 2AC. And that is what I just used to get this information. Then from here, let me just clear the fraction. So I have what? Cos D is the same thing as 6 square is the same thing as what? 36 plus what? 49. Then minus what? 25 over 2 multiplied by 6 is going to give me 12. 12 multiplied by 7 is going to give me 84. Then at the end I have what? Cos D to be equals to 36 plus 49 minus 25. 36 plus 49 is going to give me 85. Then 85 minus 25 is going to give me 60. So that we have 60 over what? Over 84. Now, since we have cos D is equals to 60 over 84. So the next thing that we need to do, let's reduce this so that clear this fraction. We have cos D is equals to what? 60 divided by 84 is going to give me is 0.7143. Then at the end, I will have, since I'm looking for the angle of D, all I just need to do is to look for the arc cos of 0.7143. So that my D now is now going to be what? The arc cos of what is 0.7143. So at the end, I will have my D to be equals to what? 44.4. But remember in the question, we are asked to correct this to the nearest degree. So that at the end, my D now is now going to be what? 44 degree. Which means angle AD what? Angle ADC is equals to what? 44 degree. Example 2, we are told that a segment of a cycle is cut off from a rectangle board as shown in the diagram below. If the radius of the cycle is one known number 1/2 times the length of the chord. Calculate correct to 2 decimal places the perimeter of the remaining portion. Take pi to be equals to 22/7. And we are given this diagram. This is the diagram they are talking about. They are talking about this diagram. Now we are told that a segment of a cycle is cut off from a rectangle. So this is a rectangle. A segment is being cut off from a rectangle board as shown in the diagram below. This is the diagram. If the radius of the cycle is 1 over 12 times the length of the chord. Now we are giving the radius of the cycle to be what? 1 whole number 1 over 2 times the length of the curve. And from the question, we are not given the length of the chord. Now we are asked to calculate to 2 decimal places the perimeter of the remaining what? Portion. Now the first thing that we need to do is to get the length of the chord. Now the length of the chord they are talking about from here to this place. Now remember, if from here to this place is 22, and we are given from here to here to be equals to 5, and we are also given from here to this place to be equals to 3, then we know that from here to this place also will be equals to 22. Then to get the remaining length of this chord, all I just need to do is add this 5 plus 3 together, then subtract it from 22 to get the length of the chord. So that I will have what? Length of the chord is equals to, I have 22 minus open bracket 5 plus 3. So that at the end I have what? 22 minus 5 plus 3 is going to give me what? 8. So that this is now going to be equals to 22 minus 8 is going to give me 14 centimeter, which means my length, or the length of the chord is equals to 14 centimeter. So if this place is equals to 40 centimeter, fine. But going back to the question, we are told that the radius is what? Is one whole number 1 over 2 times the length of the chord, which means to get the radius is going to be 1 whole number 1 over 2 multiplied by the length of the chord, which is what? 14. Then at the end, I have this to be equals to 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give me 2, plus 1 is going to give me 3. So I have 3 over 2 multiplied by 14. And at the end, this cancel this will give me 7. Then 3 multiplied by 7 will give me 21. So that my radius is equal to what? 21 centimeter. Now, we are asked to find what? Calculate to 2 decimal places the perimeter of the remaining portion. What they are asking us to look for is, we are asked to look for what? I told you about what it means by the perimeter. The addition of, since they are talking about the remaining portion, it means the addition of this plus the length of this arc plus this one plus this and plus this. So which means we need to look for the length of this arc. So that by the time we are able to get the length of this arc, it will be easier for us to find the perimeter of this diagram given to us. How are we going to find the length of the arc? There is always a general formula we use, which is what? Length of the arc is always equals to what? Theta over 360 multiplied by what? 2 pi r. But remember that we are not giving theta in this question, but we are giving the radius. Now, to get our theta in this place, we're still going to make use of cosine rule. How? By the time we bring this diagram out, it will look something like this. Let's bring the one. We can decide to draw something like this. This is going to be my theta. We know our radius, initial radius to be what? 21. Then the length of the chord, we know it to be what? 14 what? Centimeter and centimeter. Then by finding this theta, we can make use of what? Cosine rule. And cosine rule, applying cosine rule, this is now going to be cos theta is equals to what? 21 square plus 21 square minus 14 square over 21 multiplied, or 2 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 21. So cos theta is equals to 21 square is going to give us what? 441 plus 21 square again is still going to give us what? 441 minus 14 square is going to give me 196 over 2 multiplied by 21 is going to give me what? 882. By clearing the fraction, we have 441 plus 441 minus 196 is going to give me 686. So this is now going to be what? My cos theta is equals to 686 over 882. Then cos theta now is now going to be what? 686 divided by 882. I will have 0.7778. So that at the end, when I look for the arc cos of this, I will have my theta to be equals to the arc cos of 0.7778. My theta is now going to give me what? 14 is going to give me 38.94 degree. So this is our theta. So, but remember that we are looking for the length of the arc. So all I just need to do is I will go back to the formula, substitute for my theta, and note my r. Then we know we are giving pi to be equals to 22 over 7. So that at the end I will have my theta to be equals to my arc. The length of the arc now will now be equals to what? Theta is the same thing as what? 38 over 9.4 degree divided by 360 degree multiplied by 2 multiplied by 22 over 7 multiplied by my r, which is radius, is given to be what? I think r is given to be 21. So this can be over 1. And at the end, I will have what? When I multiply the numerator together, I will have 5140.08 degree over 360 degree. So from here, when I divide this together, I will have what? I will have 14.28 centimeter. Now, we know the length of the arc to be 14.28 centimeter. Now, to now find the perimeter, which means I will sum all the lines that bind the shapes together to get the perimeter, which is what? The perimeter of the remaining portion is equals to 22 plus 12 plus 12 plus 5 plus 3 plus 14.28. So that at the end, I will have 68.28 centimeter, which gives us the perimeter of the remaining portion.
You can subscribe to NTA series on YouTube to watch or download past episodes of revision classes on television. That's the much we can take on the program today. Do join us next time for another educating session.